Hello everyone, this is the presentation from Department of Electrical Engineering presented by S.A. Banne. In our renewable energy sources subject, there are number of renewable energy sources is available, but now we have to be talking about the wind power plant energy sources. So whenever we think about the wind turbines, we have to be getting a more pressure is available in our Maharashtra and India. For before we start presentation, firstly we see the flow of presentation, that is the wind power potential in India. Second one is types of wind turbines, types of generators, control of IG, control of DFG, DFIG with partial power electronics, then wind generators with full power electronics, then maximum power point tracking, then grid integration issues, and last one is conclusion. This is all over index of our today's presentations. This is the location of wind power. Where is the wind power plant is available in our India according to color modes. So where is the yellow power and red, there is the most number of wind power plant locations. Whenever we see, then we have in particularly India. Suppose in case in our India 100% electricity generated at that time, 70% from that 100%, the 70% energy is generated by wind power plant according to survey. Next slide is for wind install capacity. This is the graphical presentation of wind install capacity at the national level. This is according to year wise from 2002 to up to 2021 to 22. So blue color indication of cumulative capacity and red color indication for the capacity added in last 5 years. So according to that presentation, we have to be getting the information about the wind power plant. So how much the wind power plant is going to be extended in our India. So for next we have to be seeing the types of wind turbines have two types. Firstly is horizontal axis wind turbine and second one is vertical axis wind turbine. So whenever we see around us in particular Maharashtra or all over India, the horizontal axis wind turbine is mostly used because when people think of wind turbines, they often visualize the expansive rotors of a horizontal axis system. A vertical axis wind turbine has blades mounted on the top of the main shaft structure rather than in front of like an aircraft rotor. The generator is usually placed at the rotor blades. So as according to survey, as compared to vertical axis wind turbine, the horizontal axis wind turbine have high efficiency and also high reliability. That's why it is mostly used. Used used less often than their horizontal counterparts. Vertical axis wind turbine is a more practical in residential areas. Two common design include a turbine that resembles two hulls of a 55-gallon drum, each mounted to the rotating element that is called Savonius rotor also, and a smaller model that looks somewhat like an egg beater, that is also called a Darius model. Savonius model are more commonly used and let air in through a hub to turn a generator. The turbine spins by a rotational momentum when air passes through the blades. So whenever we see the construction about horizontal axis wind turbine and vertical axis wind turbine, there is completely different. This is one more picture of vertical axis wind turbine. In that particular wind turbine, the different types of generators are used according to wind pressure. So the first one is IG, that is called induction generator. Next one is doubly fed induction generator. Third one is field wound synchronous generators. And last one is permanent magnet synchronous generator. Next, it is the graphical presentation of working of induction machine. Construction of this machine is stator and rotor. Stator have three-phase winding and rotor is squirrel type in squirrel cage induction motor. and the operating principle is machine as a motor and machine as a generator. In the graphical presentation, first section is for plugging, second section is for motoring, and last section is for regenerating. At the maximum or breakdown torque is higher level. According to starting torque, the higher torque is available where the wind speed is going to be higher, and it is going to be down level according to torque is going to be zero condition, that is also called synchronous speed. So this is the graphical presentation. Next one is in squirrel cage induction machine, internal construction of squirrel cage induction machine. So internally shaft is connected, stator and rotor system is available there, that's why it is safely rotated and it is helpful to our system. Next one is induction generator. Why induction generator used? The main features of that is the limited variable speed. Squirrel cage induction generator, that is in short called SCIG, connected directly to the step up transformer, fixed speed turbine. It generates real power, that is also called, we can say, active power, when the turbine shafts rotates faster than the electrical grid frequency, creating a negative slip, positive slip, and power is motoring convention. For a given wind speed, the operating speed of the turbine under steady conditions is a nearly linear function of a torque. For sudden changes in wind speed, the mechanical inertia of the drive train all limits the rate of change in the electrical output. So this is the main features of induction generator. Next diagram we have to be seen, that is the power circuit diagram. This is the circuit diagram is simply used for wind power generation. So whenever the collector is going to be catched the wind pressures, and then it is fed to the induction generator. Before that induction generator, the soft starter is going to be connected that, and this soft starter is completely electronic based by using thyristor system used. So whenever induction generator have to be activated, it is going to be soft starter for starting operation of the wind power generation. And the in that particular system, if wind pressure is going to be higher, at that time the from the gearbox the gear is going to be increased, and when uh, wind pressure is going to be lower, at that time from gearbox the all over gear is going to be decreased. So according to wind pressure it is automatically changed. One more important thing from that, in that particular power circuit diagram, the capacitor bank is going to be connected in parallel for the smooth operation as well as connection of energy, and reactive power is supplied to the IG by this particular capacitor bank. Next one is graphical presentation, also induction generator control. So we have to be getting the reading from Suzlon Energy Limited, power with respect to their speed, and the graphical presentation, if at rated speed, sorry, at rated sleep, at that time the power is getting 1 per unit, and from that system the power factor is also 0.69 per unit. So according to that calculations, the all over system is going to be reliable. Doubly fed induction machine is have features is operation at limited speed variation, control of resistance in the rotor circuit, control of rotor currents to control the output power. So this is the main features. This doubly fed induction machine is connected in the power circuit diagram, that is the when wind is fed to the circuit, at that time the soft starter have going to be activated and induction generator is going to be run out. At that time, according to wind pressure, the gearbox, in that particular gearbox the gear is going to be automatically increased or decreased according to their wind pressures. So how much speed blade is going to be rotated, at that time the gearing system is automatically changed, and induction generator have going to be activated and getting electrical energy. This double fed induction machine have the graphical presentation, also constant speed wind turbine have power in terms of speed. There is the graphical presentation. Suppose in case increasing external rotor resistance, at that time the red symboling is going to be indications. and suppose in case of it is going to be decreased, at that time green indication is going to be indicated. Doubly fed induction machine have variable speed wind turbine, that is also called partial power electronics. Doubly fed induction machine have the soft starter and it is going to be made by electronic based, and this electronic based have two types of all over system connected. That's why it is called as doubly fed system. In that particular doubly fed system, currents are non-sinusoidal and requires reactive power from the grid. So this is the main feature. Next one is that is a DFIG, means that is called doubly fed induction generator. Also it is the subsynchronous operations. So in that particular circuit diagram, whenever the motor operation is going to be happen, at that time power is going to be used and sleep is going to be increased. Whenever we see about a motor operation, according to that generation operation is going to be done there. DFIG super synchronous operation have, so whenever the operation regarding motor, the sleep is going to be positive, and whenever generation operation sleep is going to be happen, at that time sleep is going to be negative. So that is most important point. Next, PWM, that is power width modulator converter. PWM means that is power width modulator, that is the converter, or we can say also inverter in rotor circuit. So collector or feeder to collect the water and it is fed to the induction generator. But the all over PWM converter have number of electronic based, that also we can say rotor currents are sinusoidal bidirectional power flow system is applied to the induction generator and it is going to be smoothly activated. So that is the PWM converter and inverter. Next one, that is the PWM converter, we can say also the rectifier and inverter operations. So rectifier and inverter operation as shown in circuit diagrams. So this is the all over electronic based or thyristor system control block system of power width modulator. Single phase fundamental diagram for VSR. So single phase fundamental diagram which is shown in figure, in that particular system the sources is available for the supplying system, then resistance and inductance also available. AC, if we have to be getting the supply of AC, it is the conversion at DC and this DC is applied to the load. So this is the single phase fundamental diagram of VSR. So PWM converter operation is presented by these waveforms. So if suppose in first case there is the harmonics is available, at that time this is getting the our output and triangle is going to be getting there. Then suppose in case initially it is smoothly, but after that it is going to be harmonics also created, then according to that rotation system of blades, this PWM converter is going to be operated and it is indication by using that particular waveforms. So just 1, 2, 3 and 4 all are stages. Next one is grid indication of DFIG. Grid indication of DFIG means that is doubly fed induction generator. Suppose in case of wind is going to be applied there, then turbine and pitch control is going to be available there. And whenever the wind is going to be fed to the turbine, the blades is going to be rotated according to wind pressure. The gears also automatically changed. It is fed to the DFIG and it is internally connected to the all our PWM connector, that is the two types. That's why it is called as doubly fed. And in that particular system, the in parallel system, the capacitor bank is going to be connected for to supply the reactive power to the circuit. For that purpose it is used. Then it is completion to the by using power width modulator. There are two ways: renewable vector control and grid side vector control. So this is the two ways. From that two ways the controlling system is attached. Then after that it is fed to the PWM, after that it is fed to the converter, and finally it is going to the transformer this electrical energy. PWM converter and inverter in rotor circuit have there are advantages is rotor currents are sinusoidal. Second one is less losses in DFIG, smooth change over from subsynchronous to supersynchronous. PWM converter capacity is all over 30% of wind power capacity. Whenever we talking about the all over vertical axis and horizontal axis wind turbine, there is one more important points. For vertical axis wind turbine have advantages. These turbines have fewer parts than those that orient the rotary mechanism and blades horizontally. That means fewer components to wear out and break down. Also, the supporting strength of the tower doesn't need to be so much because the gearbox and generator are near to the ground. So parts for controlling pitch and yaw system that is aren't needed either. The turbine doesn't have to be facing the right wind direction either. In the vertical system, air flowing from any direction or speed can rotate the blades. Therefore, the system can be used to generate power in gusty winds and when they are blowing all over steadily. So, this is the advantages. One more advantages is safety for workers. Maintenance workers do not have to climb as high to reach parts of the tower. Not only as vertical axis wind turbine shorter, they also have major components closer to the ground. So this is the that's why maintaining generators, gearbox, and most of the mechanical and electrical parts of the structure do not require scaling the tower because these aren't mounted on top. So lifting equipment and climbing gear aren't needed there. So this is the one more advantages. And last advantages is this is have more scalability. The design can be scaled down to small sizes, even as small as that what will fit on a urban rooftop. In cities there may not be room for all renewable energy technologies, but vertical turbines provide a viable alternative to hydrocarbon energy sources. So this is the advantages of vertical axis wind turbine. It is cheaper to produce that horizontal axis wind turbine. This is one more advantages. So this is all our information regarding vertical axis wind turbine. One more top benefits over horizontal axis wind turbine have the vertical designs allows engineers to place the turbines close together, so groups of them don't have to be spaced far apart. So a wind farm does not have a take up much ground area. So this is all our system for vertical axis wind turbine and horizontal axis wind turbine. So this is all our presentation regarding wind power plant. If you have any doubts, you can mention any doubts in comment box. Thank you.